From virtual to real, Nissan presents GT Academy Road to Dubai.
With over 1.5 million applicants from around the world since 2005 and the success of Lucas and Jordan in the previous years, the gates were open once again for the third GT Academy. As with the first year, the final prize will be a race in the Dubai 24 Hours. 90,000 applicants entered online for the 2011 GT Academy, the fastest drivers invited to attend one of 6 national finals in their region. The fastest 2 from each region were then invited to Silverstone to take part in GT Academy.
This is my biggest dream, to become a real racing driver.
I want to win this competition.
It's a dream, and maybe a dream coming true, who knows.
The 12 Silverstone finalists will compete in 10 challenges as they were whittled down from 12 to 1 over 3 stages, with the group being halved after the first stage and another 2 after the second, leaving 4 drivers to take part in the winner-takes-all Grand Challenge to win the ultimate prize of racing with Lucas and Jordan in the Dubai 24 Hours.
This is the third series. Previously we found 2 great drivers. I'm looking for another Lucas Ordonez or Jordan Tresson. How do you achieve that?
Before life at the GT Academy could start, the 12-bedroom gamers were taken straight to Le Mans in France to see exactly how Lucas Ordonez, GT Academy's first-year winner, had progressed since leaving the Academy 3 years previously.
This is real. We're not faking this, we're not bluffing this. We're here to kind of illustrate to the guys what they could ultimately be facing in terms of a challenge. This is the biggest motor race in the world, and the winner of the 2008 GT Academy is sitting on pole position in the LMP2 class, and he has to cope with this pressure.
I want to do it. I want to do this. I want to be a racing driver.
We're in the grid of Le Mans 24, and yeah, this is just the start.
As Lucas started the race of his career, it was time for the finalists to take on their first challenge, a 2-hour karting enduro.
The first challenge this evening will be karting around the Piste Alain Prost. It's kind of cool being at Le Mans and running something that goes into darkness. It kind of encapsulates the spirit of it all.
Not only would this show the skills of the teams, but it helps with communication too.
Interesting watching the nature of the relationships between the drivers.
It's great. I love this teamwork stuff. It's really good. It's another, another twist, another element that's, an added challenge.
So with about 15 minutes of the race remaining, the Italians prop up the field. The featherweight French team are at the head of the field, and everybody else is separated by a handkerchief. He'll go on the race soon.
That was hard work. Hard work.
With the first challenge over, the French took an important first victory.
It's a great beginning for the competition. We hope to continue on this way.
We didn't take them to Le Mans to go-karting. We took them to Le Mans to show them just the value of the ultimate prize. It was the ultimate bag of cash. It was the golden carrot.
And as the sun rose over a new day, it was time for the finalists to leave Le Mans and head to Silverstone.
Activity, going to need your passports. As you can hear, the race is still going on. We're going to leave. We're going to head back to race camp at Silverstone. So, jump in your cars, please. Thank you.
With Le Mans over, the drivers started their 280-mile journey to Silverstone in the cars with which they would train.
Okay, gentlemen, warm welcome to your base camp. This is going to be your home for the next week.
We're located right in the heart of the action.
Just like in the army, I think. Very hard, but it's better than Le Mans, so no problem.
But before they even had a chance to settle in, time to meet a man that the gamers would have to impress. In 19 years as a professional racer, this man had seen and done it all. Formula One legend and renowned straight talker, Eddie Irvine.
Gentlemen, welcome to GT Academy. This is your opportunity to be a professional racing driver.
We're going to try and take you from virtual to reality.
With the finalists settled in, it was time for their second challenge. To be a racing driver, not only do you have to be physically fit, but mentally fit too. The European finalists discovered this when the SAS were brought in to give them a wake-up call. They were then driven to the SAS training ground, dragged off under fire, and given what those guys call a gentle warm-up. Many of the contestants found it both physically and mentally draining. A few even pulled out.
We're about to lose Alex.
Warm-up over, and with 3 contestants already out, it was time for the real test. A 5-mile assault course.
3, 2, 1, go!
This would push even the hardest of military men. After hours and pain, the newly formed team of Germany-Holland came in first. After the gruelling assault course, the finalists were back to race camp to meet their mentors. Vitantonio Liuzzi, a current Formula One star. Sabine Schmitz, the queen of the Nürburgring. Jeroen Bleekemolen, a multiple Le Mans winner. Frank Mayer, Signatech's Nissan LMP2 driver. Johnny Herbert, F1 legend. And GT Academy's first-year winner, Lucas Ordóñez. With the introductions over, the teams were put straight into their cars so the mentors could benchmark their talent.
You feel, are you happy with the car? Everything all right?
Happy with the car, yes, but the lap was not as good as I thought because I hit the cone, so...
Yeah, that's not good to hit the cone.
Yeah.
Fastest time went to Sasha, impressing the judges. With the Italians coming in slowest, it was time for Eddie Irvine to cast his professional eye.
Well, I think we need to give these guys a bit of a wake-up call.
With points awarded for the karting and the benchmark test, as well as attitude for the assault course, there was clearly already a leader.
Congratulations, you're at the top of our leaderboard. Team Italy, you're at the foot of the leaderboard.
With the Italians in last place and fighting to stay in the competition, the finalists bunked down for the rest they needed for challenge number 3.
Hi guys, another physical challenge for you now. This is our interpretation of a triathlon.
With driving, cycling and running involved over the triathlon course, the teams had to begin their challenge by pulling their cars to the start line. And with team members pulling out of SAS training the day before, Eddie Irvine was on hand to give them some words of advice.
Training didn't go too well. Some of you didn't do very well. Some of you quit. In motor racing, we don't like quitters.
The Germans took the lead, followed closely by the British as the drivers changed over.
Interesting model.
As the teams took to the bicycles, the Germans still led, but the Italians had passed the British for second place. Seeing other teams struggle, the Netherlands made their way into second for the final leg of the triathlon. Racing for the finish line, Netherlands spotted their chance and zoomed by the Germans for first place.
It's a big boost for their egos and for the whole game, I think.
On day 3, the drivers were put into a paintball shootout where they were each hunted down by an armed assassin as each finalist went against his teammate. This challenge would help the drivers to understand the pressure of having cars on their tail and test their mental strength to keep calm in a hectic situation. The assassin took out many of the drivers quickly, Germany once again taking first and second. Once the assassin was disposed of, they were taken out of their cars for an ultimate laser challenge.
All you have to do is hold the wheel.
It wasn't long before the finalists started to lose their concentration. It was James who took an all-important win for the UK as the second group stepped up to the lasers.
Germany out.
Finalists quickly dropped out, leaving the UK and Italy against each other, both countries needing the win.
Italy out.
The UK finally had something to smile about. They'd won their first challenge. As the fourth day came to an end, it was time to see if the group had improved as a second benchmark test.
Hopefully we'll see a little bit more effort, a bit more commitment.
With a marked improvement overall by all the drivers, Germany's Sasha came in half a second faster than all the other competitors. And as the day concluded, the mentors were called in to see Eddie to help decide which members of their teams would be sent home.
What do you think? We've got to get rid of one of them.
It's been really close.
He is very fast.
There was always an excuse.
I wouldn't write him off now. He's very consistent and fast.
I'd still go for him in the long term.
He's got the will, whether he's got the talent.
He stays, he goes.
I'm cool with that.
After the decisions were made, all the finalists were brought in front of Eddie to find out which of them would make the final 6.
Your teammate is your #1 competitor, so I'm going to ask Thomas to take 2 steps forward. And then Carlos, Sasha, Thibaut, Jan,
Guys on the front row, congratulations, you're into the next stage of GT Academy.
Next time we'll find out who won the 2011 GT Academy as the final 6 contestants take on the final challenges. Three gamers, 1 team, 1 race.
From virtual to real, Nissan presents GT Academy Road to Dubai.